Hello, my name is Mike Nikas, and I am with NSI. I am one of the Associate Regional Sales Managers, and my territory includes Illinois and Wisconsin. And what I'd like to talk to you about today is one of our partners, Konica Minolta. I'd like to talk to you about how we connect to their BizHub devices. We do this to show demonstrations, either off-site at a customer location or in one of the Konica Minolta branches or dealers' demo rooms. And so before I go forward, I'd like to just discuss, some of the parameters here that are involved earlier on. I'm using a Dell laptop with AutoStore installed. I'll be connecting to a BizHub in this video with the machine IP address of 10.10.55.211. That's very important to understand the IP address, as you will be communicating directly with that device. Thirdly, we'll be launching the AutoStore Solutions Framework. And lastly, executing an education configuration that we would be able to push directly to the panel so that a user would be able to realize the power and the ease of use of this solution. So the first thing I need to do is get my computer talking to the device, to the MFD itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my IP address and I'm going to reset it manually to be just a couple off of the machine IP address. So what I need to do there is I need to go into my network and sharing center underneath my control panel and change my adapter settings. It's quite simple actually. Just come down here to Internet Protocol version 4, click on it, hit properties, and normally what your computer does is it obtains an IP address automatically when you go to Starbucks and so on. But right now we have to input one manually. So like I said, we got to go one off of the IP address of the machine. So I'll go 10.10.55.212. Hit OK. It says please make sure that there's a missing subnet mask. Hit OK. It usually populates that itself, and 255.000 usually works. Okay. At this point in time, I can go down to the command prompt and I can ping the machine to make sure that we're talking. Okay. Sometimes you want to undo your Windows firewall. That will allow you to communicate with the device. What we also want to be able to do is print to the device. So we need to go back into our control panel, and we go into devices and printers here under hardware and sound. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this Konica my default printer. Okay. What you also might need to do and ensure is to make sure that the driver, the Konica Minolta driver, has the same IP address of the machine. You need that in order to make sure that they're communicating. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch the AutoStore framework. But before I do that, actually, I would tell me to make sure that the device, the printer driver, is connected properly. I will print out a test page, just a Word document, test print. It means that you are speaking the same language, so to speak. AutoStore Solution Framework, this is a beautiful executable here. It's just run, next. Very user-friendly. I've done this before, so I'm going to be overwriting some of the sample charts, some of the folders and stuff like that. So hit install. It's creating all this for you. In years past, you'd have to create this configuration from scratch. And so you'll note here that there are several different configurations we can use. What we're going to do here, as I had said before, that we're going to use the student records. I hit next. We're going to configure it. And lastly, we're going to launch the AutoStore Workflow 6. And what you see here, let me minimize my screen a bit here, is you see a list of different configurations down here. This is all, it's amazing what we'll be able to do here. Anybody can use this. It really is something that makes life a lot easier for this folks. So what we need to do here lastly is, for the Konica Minolta MFP here under the Konica Minolta configuration, is go to the device manager and we need to add the device. 211. Click over here. What it's going to do is it's waiting for the MFP response. If you're connected to it, you'll be able to connect to it. Okay? I appreciate your time. This is the first in a series of direct connects to Konica Minolta BizHubs. Thank you very much for your time.